it's a crossroads game for what you want to be as a team.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for anything better than this. Obviously, got Philly coming in division rival. Winner holds first place of division early in the season, and especially where we are with our record 3-3, still to have this chance to be in this position for a game like this early. We're excited for it.
How's Jason been this week? There's been so much talk about his job and his situation, whether he's on a hot seat or not. How has he been, and what do you think about all those comments?
Yeah, it's the same guy. He's been the same guy through and through, and he always will be. Credit him to that. But that's what you expect. Guy's a professional and always that way. Knows how to lead a team. And I've said it before, we all have got his back in this locker room.
You guys are so resilient in the second half. What do you make of the first start frustrations?
Yeah, I mean, it's been very frustrating. As you said, when our back's against the walls and we got to get going, we got to score points, somehow we do. So we've got to figure that out and play with that same mentality, that same urgency from the first play of the game. And if we do that, we'll put ourselves in good position for these games moving forward.
Can you talk about the mindset of this team? Because you just talked to Chris Shaw, we talked to Jason earlier. I'm just seeing some of the players. Obviously, you guys are disappointed, but it doesn't seem like people are down.
No, not down at all. I mean, it's an early in the season. A lot of football to be played. We know the team we have. We know the men that we have. If you're down or if you got a hangover from what happened last week, we're only going to put ourselves in a hole for this game that we have Sunday. So as I said, we're excited for this chance we get to play in a game that means this much early, and against a team like this. We're excited for it, and we like our chances.
A lot of guys talked Sunday about just the lack of execution on game day. What do you think is at the root of that? Is that just a mental thing?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the mental thing. I think it's maybe some way guys preparing, or maybe they need to prepare a little bit more, a little bit here and there, but all fixable things. But we've done a good job preparing this week, and it's about moving forward.
What ideas do you have about getting off to better starts?
I mean, it starts with the preparation. It starts with the way that we prepare all week long. Started yesterday, started really before then. Had a great day today. We'll continue to have great days throughout the week, and just allowing the way we practice to carry over to the game. We've got to make it hard at practice, which we've done, and then the game is easier. So it's just guys taking that, having that mindset about the way that they practice, the way that they approach anything, and it'll pay off come the game.
It's not as simple as putting a third quarter clock up in the first quarter. What you guys know, it's the third quarter, not the first quarter.
Yeah, we might need to trick ourselves, huh? Yeah, but as I said, it's a mindset, it's a mentality, and it starts there. So if we've got to go in the game saying, hey, we're down 14, we've got to tell ourselves that's what we'll do, but we'll start off faster.
When you season, you guys last week against the Jets, obviously you stayed in the game. How are you feeling, and how hard is it to not have your eyes go down to the pass rush level?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. You can't. I mean, if I do that, I'm going to miss what's happening on the back end. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game of football. Sometimes you get hit, sometimes you don't. I mean, you leave some games, you never even touch the ground, and you leave some games like that. It's part of playing the position. I trust those guys up front. I know they'll keep fighting their tails off. Obviously, they're not trying to let that happen, and I know they're not proud of it when it does happen, but get up, shake it off, and just keep moving on, knowing that they're gonna get the job done.
Last season, you guys kind of struggled before Amari came here offensively, and then he comes and you guys were much better. Now, last week without him, you kind of struggled a little bit. How do you guys make sure that if he's not able to go, that you can kind of still produce the way that you guys have when he's been in the line?
Yeah, I mean, guys got to step up. Guys got to step up and take advantage of an opportunity. Doesn't matter if one guy's out or not. You point to last week, it was more than just him. So to say that, I think that's unfair and giving lack of credit to those other guys that were out, to say the least. But just guys got to step up, and we've got the right guys that want to do that are asking for those opportunities, and they will.
How encouraging was it to see Will and Tyron back at practice?
One more time.
How encouraging was it to see Will and Tyron back at practice?
Yeah, it was great. I looked over, saw them doing drills. As me and the quarterbacks joke, they look good enough to me. So it was definitely very encouraging, though.
When you have two starting receivers injured and both your tackles, what do you, as the quarterback and leader of this team, do to try and help make those other guys ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when some of them are game-time decision, right? You don't have a lot of time to go over there and talk to a guy or try to get a guy going. You got to hope he prepared the right way. But when you do have that time, you just got to let him know, hey, I know you're with me. I've got you. If you've got any questions, just ask me. But we got to play fast. As I said, take advantage of the opportunity. We've got a lot of young guys that are.
How did you evaluate Cedric with his increased reps and opportunity?
Yeah, another guy, I mean, took advantage of the opportunities. Went out there, made some catches, some big third down catches, staying with that first one after kind of tipped it up. Just a guy that wants to contribute to this team any way he can, whether it's special teams, whether it's on offense, whether if it's at practice being a show team guy. And guys like him are the reason that this whole thing will get going.
If I heard you correctly, you said you practiced harder
this week so that the game would seem easier? I mean, just in terms of intensity, or did you do something?
I mean, I think it's more individualized. I mean, I always practice hard. I mean, that's just the way I go, and I'm saying I think more individuals need to do that, and that's what I said. Just from the outlook of it, just from my eye, I think they did.
Michael told us this week, after Doug Peterson made some comments, he said Dak always tells us that if we need a coach or someone else to motivate us, we shouldn't be here in the first place. What are some of the other messages you've been giving your teammates this week?
I mean, it depends. That was one I think I gave last week or something like that. But it just depends. I mean, right now it's about focusing on ourselves. Like, how much does this mean to you? We're 3-3. We're in a spot with a chance to play a big time game, to play a division rival, somebody that we're very familiar with, know they're familiar with us. If you can't bring your best for this game, and if you can't prepare your best each and every day, as I say, something's wrong with you. So I know I am. I know a bunch of these guys are, and we'll be ready to go come Sunday.
But it doesn't hurt to have that extra, I guess, kerosene on the fire to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't motivate them. Just you just always got something cool. Nah, I'm with you.
I'm just talking about what Peterson, whatever somebody said, because you use your draft position and stuff as motivation for yourself. So anything external on top of that helps as well.
I mean, sure, but a guy saying that, I mean, I hope he would say that. I wouldn't want to be coaching me if he wouldn't say that. So just because he voiced it doesn't mean that's not what he's thinking, and just because we're not voicing it doesn't mean that we don't have our own thoughts and opinions how this game's going to go. So it's words.
Why do you think the Eagles have given you personally more trouble than a lot of other teams have since you've been?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a short memory guy. Had some success last time we played these guys, putting the ball in there. Sure, a few turnovers, but those things kind of happen. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you there.
How are you better suited for Amari doesn't play this week compared to you were the first 6 weeks of last season?
I mean, I think it's a game plan more than it is me personally or a few guys. How do they prepare? I think it's the game plan. What do we go in? What plays are we putting in? And Kellen them done a good job with the plan with or playing without him.
You embrace the next man up philosophy, but when you have key offensive guys out, do you have to guard against trying to do too much to compensate? And if you do, is that something you have to constantly remind yourself?
Yeah, sure, it may take a little reminder here and there, but it's about trusting those other guys, trusting those guys that are going to come in, trust that they're prepared, trust they're going to make the plays when they're one-on-ones and get the job done. I mean, they're NFL guys too. Sure, we're talking about some elite players being out, but as I said, it's just an opportunity and a space for me to go in there if I'm a young guy and show how good I am and show that I can get the job done too.
One storyline of this rivalry the last several years has, of course, been you and Carson Wentz. I know you're a team guy, but how do you view that in terms of y'all coming in the league at the same time, same division, and progressing through those years?
Yes, something always fun. Some will be able to always, every matchup, look back and say, what's our record against each other or this versus that. Something that will always be cool to track. A guy that's done really, really well in his career. Credit him for what he's doing, what he's done. But like our chances this Sunday.
Do anything extra this week to recover from the bumps and bruises from last week?
No, I mean, I've got a very detailed way I go about my recovery each and every week. Nothing changes. It's done its job up to this point.
You're wearing a crucial catch hat, and then with merchandising on the line. What do you see, yourself and the team in the league using this platform for crucial catch this week?
Yeah, appreciate that. I think it's great. I know we were specified and we were locked in on breast cancer there for a while. So, I mean, I think it's important that now we've broadened out and we're covering everything. We're covering all these cancers and terminal illnesses that are affecting each and every, or affecting somebody that we love. And everybody here, everybody in this world knows somebody that they're definitely personally, that cancer personally caused a tragedy too. So it's great that we're bringing awareness. Now we just have to come together, continue to do that. It takes more than one, it takes more than a few. It takes all of us to beat something like this.
You look at the play action numbers from early in the season, the last 3 games, they're down dramatically. How much of that is just from playing from behind? Is that most of it? Or,
yeah.
And do you just talk about the play action? Would you like to get back to it a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Of course, you want to get back to the play action, but it starts there when you're running the ball. So we've got to start there by running the ball better, and then obviously the play action opens up. But as you just said, when you're playing from behind, you're obviously not running the ball that much. So it's hard to get the same leverage or get the same response you get when you do a play action when you're down a couple of touchdowns. So we'll get back to it. We'll get back to running our offense, but I think it all goes back into starting faster than we have, dictating the tempo, and allowing us to do exactly that.
less RPOs based on?
No, I wouldn't say so.
I think you said a couple minutes ago that you felt like the intensity needed to be ratcheted up, and that you did that personally, but that you said some other guys needed to do that as well. Do you communicate that to them verbally, or do you just kind of let your own intensity increase speak for itself?
No, I definitely do it verbally. I mean, that's something I'm always doing at practice, pushing the tempo, talking to guys, but also trying to show it and exemplify it with the way that I practice. We have a lot of guys, Zeke as well. There's a lot of guys on our team. Jason Witten, I mean, that if you look at them and you see the way that they practice, I don't know how you're not encouraged or motivated to practice the same way because of what that guy's given for this team on a, say, Wednesday or Thursday. 100%, yeah. Appreciate it.